Hello and welcome back. This time of the year, it gets busy so fast. Between the holidays, family events, work projects, it is easy to feel scattered. So today in this video, I'm going to share with you the planner pages that are my secret weapon and the ones I use that help me stay on track and be productive no matter what the season is. Just to recap, this is the Laurel Denise Planner. This is what I've been using the last 2 years and what I'm wrapping up this year and going to be using again next year. It'll just have a different cover, but I'm using the Anne style and format of the planner. So it's a vertical planner and it is the large style. So if I mention anything or you go to their website, Laurel Denise website, and you see anything, don't forget to use my code Danielle10 so you can get 10% off your order. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in and start with that first page that I use all the time, and it is the hub, the heart of my planner. This is the planner sheet that I refer to the most. This is where I have created my projects, my tasks, and my goals. Now, I created this myself. This was a sheet from the Gold Brain Drop, which worked well to have the 3 columns. I just went ahead and went over their labels with my own, but it was like long-term, short-term, quick wins. So very similar, but I have very specific projects, tasks, and goals that I wanted to have 3 running lists. And so I just used the same column concept here for goals. All right. And a lot of the projects I do are going to be done the later part of the year. They're going to be related to more creative projects, more organizational. And that happens in this time of the year where we get into gift season, we get into organizing for the holidays, kind of getting things ready with decorating and all those sorts of things. So I have probably a good chunk of the projects are going to be done this last few months. That brings me to the next planner sheet. Before we get there, let me just remind you the Gold Brain Drop is out of the Goal Setting Planner Pack. So it comes with other customized pages. On the back is like setting your goals, your notes, your research. And this is a whole pack that comes with these pages. These are removable and you get to kind of just customize your goals and map those out in the whole planner pack. So what I'll be doing next year is I will just be using one of the back pages of the planner, one of the grid line pages, and I'll be mapping the same thing out and creating my own 3 columns with my own 3 headers. I will probably not use the Gold Brain Drop page again, because I want to just utilize one of the pages that already exist in the planner. Okay, so let's get into the next planner page that I use that helps me stay on track. So once I have that big picture with all of those lists, now I break it down per month. And specifically, this is where it helps me stay focused. I almost give each month a theme. So just so you know, every planner comes with these pages. These are your monthly breakdown. So on the left is January through June, and then on the right is July through December. There's always at the top goals and then things to remember. So when you're looking at this, you can easily plot those specific dates that you need to remember and what you want to achieve. So goals for that month. That is so helpful for me to stay on track. I know I like that it's a small little section here. I only put 4, maximum 5 things that I'm going to focus on that month. And they're very theme specific. It helps me just kind of stay on track and stay on task. So for example, this month, I am planning a finale party, and I'm going to be focusing on that. I want to put all the energy into that, making sure I think of all the things. I want to activate my Shopify store, organize my entertainment wear, which is very specific to the holidays. So I want to make sure all my entertainment wear, dishes, platters, all those things are set and ready for the holidays. I do want to create a lot of calendars for the holidays. So I got to make sure I give myself plenty of time before Christmas. And then of course, gifts, buying and making and thinking about the whole list. So I really like that a lot. I've used it every single month. So that's planner page number 2. Let's talk about planner page number 3. So the third planner page that I use will be in the monthly layout here. And it is this insert page. These are the right month calendar sheets. They come in a pack of 12 and it is customizable here with the left blank and then for your month and all the days. I use it specifically for my content and I will show you the example here. This is November, and this is for my YouTube channel and the content I'm doing. I put here in the blank left space, I put all the list of the video ideas that I'm thinking in my 3 pillars: my food and recipes, planning and productivity, and my projects. And then I map it out. What I love about having the calendar on the right side, I still have my calendar on the left for everything else that is going on with my day-to-day. So I love that, the appointments and everything. So then I can adjust my content accordingly to what I have going on. Now, if you don't have a YouTube channel, another way to use this is any side hustle you may have. So that way, again, if you're doing anything that needs to, where you're using, you know, the time in the margins, it helps you just kind of see both at the same time. Love that. These next planner pages that I use all the time are in the back. They're behind the notes tab. And each planner comes with these now. This is the checklist, and this is customizable. I use these for quite a few ways. I use them for my content. So I have a list with all of my content for the year. And then I also have here the menu ideas. I was doing this again for content, but what I'm going to do for this list back here, I'm going to have a column for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, so I can put the recipes that I'm going to have for each of those holidays and those events. The other way in which I use the checklist is my party prep plan. So I was going to have a party here in the home here this month, and I would put the date here of that party. And then I have been using the same running list. It works so well for each of my events. And I have the planning and the prepping and the food shopping and all of the cleaning I like to do before guests arrive. And then I have it with also organization, the shopping, the last minute food runs. And then I had some things very specific to hosting Pampered Chef parties. That's what I kept here. But this running list is super helpful. As you can see here, I've done 5 parties, going to have the next one. My party prep plan checklist has been such a super helpful resource, and it keeps me on track. It has been so great. And there's lots of ideas you can see on Laurel Denise website. They've done a bunch of videos on this. People have shared all their ideas, budgeting, expenses, tracking things you've read, watched, anything. There's lots of different things where you can have a checklist. Think of any kind of Excel list you have, but you want to keep it in your planner. These are the pages for that. Now let's talk about the final page that I use in my planner. These are the project planning pages. This is so great for planning out all the details of a specific project. This came out of the Project Breakdown Booster Pack. So it comes with additional sheets for planning out all your project details. This one specifically, though, has the project you can name at the top. And then it has the sections for the dates. So you can list your tasks and then when you hope to accomplish that in the month. Now, I specifically use this for my organizing my photos and videos to help me reduce my storage so I didn't have to pay for any more. And there were quite a few steps to it. As far as like identifying all the photos, where are they, where's going to be my master locations, doing all of it, recording a video on it. So if you want to see that video, I'll leave a link in the description about how I did organize all my videos and photos, how I have a whole process. I even have a PDF to share out if you're interested in that process. But this is the tool I used to come up with the process and stay on track and decide what needed to be done and when I was going to do it. I still have a few remaining steps and just a few more things that are going to help me continue this process. But this was a great page to kind of go through all those steps. So I love it. The other way I'm going to use this project plan is actually in working through the details of a new business I'm starting. So as I'm wrapping up my Pampered Chef business, being a consultant at the end of this year, I'm stepping into a new project I'm thinking about and working on, and I'm using one of the project plan sheets to kind of go through all that. The project is inventory, project details. So I have here the inventory and the products and the business plan, and then those tasks that go with it. And then I have website. I put crawl, walk, run. So I have the steps of creating a website, starting slowly and building it up. On the back, I continue with marketing and content, and then, of course, the launch. So a lot of details to fill in, but I thought this insert this planner page was perfect to kind of go through it and see it visually, kind of very helpful on mapping those things out, especially with a timeline. So I love how these inserts, you saw different varieties. You saw the right monthly page, you saw the project plans, you saw the checklist. I use all of them, but the number one thing that is so helpful is all of it stays in the planner. That is something that has really transformed my productivity, is that everything I need to see and work from all stays in here. So that way I have one place to go, one place to look. It may get scattered, but everything finds its home here. And these planner pages are making it so I could stay in the planner. So I love it. Once again, I'll leave links to the products I mentioned. I'll leave the code on the screen here again, Danielle10, if you want that 10% off your order. And if you have any questions or anything, just leave a comment, let me know, and let me know how you're using your planner and what things you're using. The next thing I'm looking for is how to track my cards I'm giving and receiving. Well, not so much receiving, but the cards I'm giving to others, and how I stay on track by sending those out and making them, sending them, and all those things that go with it. So that's some new things I'll be working on. And then also another planner pack that I purchased that I'll be using next year goes with this new business, will be this side hustle booster pack. And it includes your why, ideal customers, businesses you admire, helpful contacts. It has a mission statement: in 6 months, I hope; in 12 months, I hope; in 5 years, I hope. So lots of just kind of planning and visualizing your business details. And on the back here, there's marketing storage. So theme, launches, quick form, long form, emails, special products. Seems very similar to what I just mentioned for my new business. They have it from January to March, April through June. And then on the back here, the last 6 months. On the final page, on the very back, it has open space for you to just kind of put your own list and just kind of think of decisions and a record of things you want to keep track of. But love this booster pack. It goes so well. It's going to be a great partner with my project plan, but we'll introduce that next year, and you'll see all the ways I have filled that in, and I'll have that for next year's video with hopefully this filled out and more information on this. So looking forward to sharing all that with you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have more videos to share. Of course, again, leave comments, and I'll see you on the next video.